ki khubor ka bate si TV rakhe ka Frank Yamaha khan reus nam ya ga jing shakri ga jongka baden ais ngo bha sha baro kinong thi thuk thuk ringkat ka kabuk ser ban long kinong job ya santali gi laptop kani ka offer kan kot ha ka live hoteri unai lur 8000 ar pusau net foodish ordar mapi nin wan ra mangi hakher dob ying jongpi
Kabetini society kebelang kekin hun kebujupet ya ke Bhah kemian jangki beriu kebedan jing Duna ke Dkhotmet hakalai trik risau arajar posau kelai ti ya ke jing ajungmut syaka expert committee on the state reservation policy belatung de sarkar jela ya ke belakli du justice retired Mul Changaj de jing kintu ya ke committee bagadewan pentikna baga Bhah thongkam ke basau person ke belak kedau katkum ke right to person with disability act arajar khanrio but ke Meghalaya state policy on empowerment for person with disability ke di Treikam. Harga jeng keran bakilat pathai kubor sekretari jang Bethany Society ukarmo noranha ulong bagani jeng ajeng mun cek komiti kan pentikna ya ke yok kam yok jam jang break bedan jeng Duna hagi Dkhotmet hagi tanat Treikam kebedan hagi district beper jang sarkar.
So I'm Kamo Narula. I'm the secretary of Bethany Society, and with me is Bhah, who's our executive director. And she herself is a person with visual impairment, and she will be one of our staff members. So the points that we were raising was that the state reservation policy must also be in line with the Rights of Persons with Disability Act 2016 and also the Meghalaya state policy for empowerment of persons with disability. Both the policy and the law ensure that there is 4% reservation in all government jobs for persons with disability. So our submission was that irrespective of what is the state policy cannot neglect the 4% reservation, because at the moment the 4% reservation, the government is trying to follow it, but it's really not being followed, and we feel that it should be there at the district level for all persons with disability as per the law and as per their qualifications, and the posts for the various cadres, for the various right across the government must be identified, and the reservation must be followed, and it must, first of all, the 4% reservation, there should be evidence that is being followed before recruiting other people. So that was our main intention. See, officially, as per the census, because that's what people go by, officially it's about 2.1%. Okay, but we believe that it is much more than that, because the identification, especially of people with, say, intellectual impairment, neurodiversity, so all these have really not been properly identified. As per, if you go by international figures and so on, it could be between 8 to 10%. But the government is going by the census figures, which is 2.1%. So that again is a challenge. The actual proper identification of persons with disabilities. We just suggested one major point. Please follow the Meghalaya state policy for empowerment of persons with disability and the RPD Act, because both of them say that 4% reservation of jobs will be there for persons with disability. Benchmark disabilities, 1% for the visually impaired, 1 for hearing impaired, 1 for locomotor, and 1 for all the others. That must be followed, and that it should be transparent. So at the moment we don't have any idea of how many persons with disability are actually employed, and in what categories. So that's very important. So we raised those points. Yeah.